Welcome to this session. Now we will talk about Indian panorama, a comparative study of untouchable and Kanthapura. As you know that we are discussing the paper 8th, Indian English Literature. And we have Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable and Raja Rao's Kanthapura in our course. So we will discuss these two novels of two great Indian English novelists. Sorry. The title of this lecture is Indian Panorama, a comparative study of Untouchable and Kanthapura. As you know, during independence or freedom fighting movements, when the people of the country are fighting with their great zeal to make this country free. People of that time were also having much orthodox in their mind. They were equipped with many social evils which restricted them to go ahead and embrace a new world. Authors of that time were much conscious about the condition of the nation, and they had unique vision to bring some certain changes in the society which could only bring a true independence to them. And we know that many politicians of that time were having a lot knowledge and qualification enough to change the world. Say, be it Nehru, Ambedkar, M.K. Gandhi, and Maulana Azad, and others. Besides these political authors and nationalists, we have also a different stream in which nationalism was being brought up through different medium, and the name of that medium was literature. literature of that period is the period of 30, 40 of 20th century. Had vision to change the society. The writers of this period were tending to disclose the social evil before people so that people can be aware, could be aware with norms they follow, conducts they made, and habit with which they live and die. Examples of such literature in terms of the expression of social reality are enormous. Untouchable of Mulk Raj Anand, Raja Rao's first novel Kanthapura, Swami and Friends, and others are exemplars of such kind of literature. Untouchable of Mulk Raj Anand is very reputed novel because it reflects the social evil which had been the black spot in our society. And it was untouchableness. It was about the distinction between men of upper class, men of lower class. Which brought social discrimination, made society weaker, too weak to fight against the Britishers. And that is why Gandhi ji wanted to explore the idea among people, the idea of equality. Ambedkar, on the other side, tried his best to eliminate this black spot from our society. So, Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable exposited one of the weaknesses of the society which determines the life of broken people and its result. Before going through the text called Untouchable, let us understand the nature of the writer or his philosophy or aspects of his writing. Mulk Raj Anand is known as a committed writer. He began his career publishing his short reviews on numerous topics in T.S. Eliot's journal, The Criterion. He was well acquainted with Foster, Herbert Reed, Henry Miller, Orwell. Remember, all of them were social realists of their time. His social conscience was oriented with Gandhian philosophy. In 30s of 20th century, he came under the influence of Paris Conference and led people with the idea of progressive movement. You must know that progressive movement in India was also led by Munshi Premchand, and he spoke a lot in reference to progressive movement in the conferences held in Lucknow and other places. The idea of progressive movement, basic idea of progressive movement is to bring the weaknesses of society into the light. So the writers belong to the progressive mentality or in attempt to show or demonstrate the social problems. A progressive writer believes in the equality of rights to life of men. Thus, Mulk-Raz Anand was a nationalist and socialist. Since he was a social realist, he never believed in the philosophy of arts for art's sake. In 1932 to 45, he favored the Workers' Educational Association and spoke and wrote against fascism and other imperialists of the world. You must be knowing, you must note it that Mulk-Raz Anand was living in the period when the Second World War was to break down. It was a period of collapse, it was a period of the mass destruction, it was a period of transition, a kind of change. Everybody wanted to bring some kind of change. In that period, Mulk-Raz Anand thought about the national issues, committing to bring the social concerns, the social problems into the light. He married with the actress Kathleen Van Gelder in 1939 and continued living with her. Till some change came into his life. The philosophy of Mulk-Raz Anand was related to the exposition of the truth. He said, truth alone should matter to a writer. Truth, reality. What the writer looks at or sees or experiences, he must express that truth in the same manner. It is one of the characteristics of the progressive writer. Who exposes the masses and the problems of the masses. With these ideas and creative ideologies, Mulk-Raz Anand wrote Untouchable, which was published ultimately with the preface of E.M. Forster in 1935. Remember, it was not easily published. It was reviewed and reviewed again and again for seeing it in the published manner, in the published form. Before publication of Untouchable, Mulk Raj Anand also met Mahatma Gandhi ji, stayed at ashram, followed some important suggestions given by him, came in contact of his friends and tried his best to manipulate his ideology, put those things before the publishers, but publishers were not following him and were not ready to publish The Untouchable. Later, one of the publishers, on the recommendation of one of his friends, Edward, a press was ready to publish it on condition that a preface should be written by E.M. Forster. And when it was published, after publication, it was enormously popularized and was welcomed. It is a story of Baka, an unclean outcast of 18, described as a child of modern India, suffers from a number of humiliations. The second novel is Coolie, Two Leaves and a Bud, and his famous trilogy, The Village Across the Black Waters, The Sword and the Sickle. All these novels are exposing the realities of society. Coolie exposes the causes of or the reasons of exploitation of a 15-year-old child laborer who died of TB. Two Leaves of a Bud is a story of a poor Punjabi peasant brutally exploited in a tea plantation. Sorry. Killed by a British officer who also tried to rape his daughter. His famous trilogy, The Village Across the Black Waters, The Sword and the Sickle, exposed dominant ideologies causing oppression and broken society. Untouchable mirrors the life of Baka and his family, his father, sister and brother. Father's name was Lakha, younger brother was Rakha and Sohini, his sister. Baka was a sweeper. He took the responsibility of his father and became the responsible member of his family. The situation given in this novel expresses the different elements. Mulk Raj Anand, of course, he reflects the social evil, but his world is not without sympathy, without help and cooperation. He expresses the bad is, but bad is not without good, and good is not without bad. But in order to make the world good, we need to take care of realities and should be tending to change that reality in positive direction. So there are three elements we can find in this novel, or in the situation of this novel, given situation to this novel, the elements causing problematic of ideologies is those people whom Mulk Raj Anand depicted as the creator of problems. For example, there is a situation or episode in which I will describe it later, in which Baka is being abused by somebody only for Baka unconsciously touches, or that man was touched by Baka unconsciously. So such kind of elements or characters are symbolically represent the causing elements of problematic of ideology in the society. Second element we find the sympathizing elements. At that time, in the same episode, when Baka was abused, he encountered with a Tangawala who was a Mohammedan and sympathized him. Havaldar Charat Singh, who once abused and harassed and insulted Baka's father Lakha, goes to Baka's house to ask how he was. So these are the elements which are being reflected at the time of reading Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable. But we can also come across with some kind of solution. Though Mulk Raj Anand never gives any permanent solution to such problems, yet we can encounter. There are some symptomatic situations given by the author which characterizes some kind of solution to the problem which he is representing or expressing through characters and situations and narration of this novel. There are three solutions. First, when Baka wanted to react society, his father restricts him. So one solution is to revolt against. Personally, one can revolt to the social evil to bring out the change. Second, as Colonel Hutchison expresses the greatness of Christianity, so Christianity was also one of the solutions for Baka. He could have been converted into Christianity, but could not. Gandhian philosophy of equality was also there, described in the novel. It was also given as one of the solutions to the problem people of that time were suffering. But it was very impractical, and it was not practical for people in general. Third solution to the problem, which has been given by novelist, is the legal solution. But it is also a Platonic legal solution given by R.N. Basir and Iqbal Nath Sarasar. R.N. Basir was the advocate and Nath Sarasar was the poet. So they discussed in an episode about discussed the problem of untouchability, which can be challenged by encouraging to change the profession of the untouchable. The untouchable was thought untouchable only of their professions, their deeds. So they thought, means Basir and Sarasar thought, if the untouchable changed their profession, they would be welcomed in the mainstream of the society, and they will be participating people of the society. So for this they imagined of the flush system. According to which the latrine cleaner will not be a man but a machine. So the social change can be, according to them, can be brought up of mechanical or technological uses. As you know that the Dalit authors of today do not include the theme of progressive writers as theme of the Dalit writing or writer. They denied to call Premchand as a Dalit writer. I don't understand why, but they do not call Premchand or people like Mulk Raj Anand the Dalit author. Personally, I don't find any difference between the description or the picture a Dalit author gives and the picture which we find in the writings of Mulk Raj Anand and Premchand. For example, this description is a description of a man's attitude to the untouchable. It describes the degradation and humiliation of the untouchable. Where I would like to recall an episode where Baka, the protagonist of this novel, had to bear a torrent of abuse only for he unconsciously jalebi touches. He unconsciously touches to upper caste Hindu because he was not aware of somebody standing near to him. The upper caste Hindu reacted in this manner. Why don't you call, you swine, and announce as your approach? Do you know you have touched and defied me, cock-eyed son of a bow-legged scorpion? Now I will have to go and take a bath to purify myself. And it was a new dhoti and shirt I put on this morning. A reaction of a man to the untouchable, the poor, the pariah. It confused Baka. He was not aware, he was unaware with the result of that unconscious action. Because it was the very first time when he was encountering such men and realized of his state, the actual state that he was an untouchable. He had to listen to him, to that man. He had to bear a torrent of abuse like dirty dog, son of a bitch, offspring of a pig. See, all these words and phraseologies are used by Dalit authors. Say, for example, Om Prakash Valmiki's Jutan, in which there is an episode, episode of the school and the treatment of the class teacher to the protagonist of that novel, Jutan. So that is why I am saying I personally do not find phraseological differences between Dalit and progressive sometimes. Yet I don't know why Dalit writers do not include the writers of progressive movement as Dalit writers. They had only one opinion, that a Dalit can write about the Dalit. But they must also think that experience of a Dalit can be felt and experienced by the most sensible writers, most sensitive writers of that time. The writer who has an instinct to feel the pain of the poor in the same manner as he looks at the pain of the poor man. If the writer is having that much sensibility, that much sensitivity, that writer can write about the groan, agony, pain of the poor. So Mulk Raj Anand, he may not be observed as a Dalit writer, but he may be called as a writer of societal hypoxia. The hypoxia which here is being felt or experienced by Baha, that he is living in the society, but he is living as a man, but no one. So the episode of priest, next incident is there. The priests behave with Baha's sister and Baha. There is an episode of a woman in the town when he asked for some food on the command of his father. He went to the town for begging some food and he failed to get it. But he encountered a woman was throwing some loaf of bread upon him in a manner as somebody throws breads for dogs. So these were the situation through which Mulk Raj Anand wanted to expose the social evils. He also administered some solutions like conversion to Christianity and following to Gandhi, renunciation of profession, as I have discussed already. But all these solutions are not the permanent solutions to face such problems described in Untouchable of Mulk Raj Anand. Thank you.